Yeah, guys, this is NXL 360. Thank you so much for joining us. Basically, we just saw Orlando Pirates releasing a statement where they announced three signings. Those signings are Neo Rapo, left back. Obviously, it was well known that he's joined Pirates, but officially, it's been announced now. It's not like breaking news. No one is shocked with that. I mean, there was even a farewell letter, it's well and all those kind of things. It's one of those deals where it was expected that he's going to join Pirates. And then another one is Apiwe Baliti Matume Molai. So it's from Leicester Stamford City. Is Leicester Stamford City 1010? It's from South Africa, from England. South Africa. These are the results of colonization. How do you name a team 1010? It's Leicester Stafford. How are you 1010? And what's your take about these signings that have been announced by your former team, Orlando Pirates? Are they good signings? Just, I'm interested to know your basically about all three of them.
Yeah. Evening, Nadim, and to the supporters as well. Leicester Ford, Nadim, it's a team that bought JDR in the NFD. I don't know if you remember the team called JDR. That was mostly known to be competing in the top four when the season started. But towards the end of the season, we want to say yes. So yeah, the boy comes from there. I think Umuve and the status team when they bought the team. But he's a very good boy. I know him from when he was still playing the amateur football. He's a top midfielder. I was amazed the first time I saw him. He was coached by a guy who used to coach me, Sisasekas, Masdalama tournament, goes by the name of Pashin. And then I asked them one day, who's that boy? That's when I started, having a highlight and knowing him. And I saw him moving from that time when I was asking about him. Wamuvela to HADR. He's a top player, top. But when I watched him, LA Stafford, he had changed a bit because now is in training. I hope when he gets to Pirates, he goes back to his basics, what set and invited the interest from the professional footballing side, where he used to play 1-2 touches. 1-2, he knew where to be, how to be, and when to move with the ball. Not less into dribula unnecessarily and attract the pressure, because in the PSL, you're going to face very smart opponents. They can allow you to have that ball, Nadim, and Balkhapes, and they punish. Maudlala in the midfield, you are skeptical to conceding goals for the team, or Balkhapes Abu where they assist, and then you don't come back from that. I'm a supporter of Orlando Pirates. It's a big 410. He needs to be ready. He needs to know where he's going. Once he can go back to his basics, what was very interesting about him, which is something that Nadim Fomena, a lot of players, they miss, once they get to certain environments, bafuna change. The simpler you play, that's the most difficult way to play football. Because the simplest. No one knew of Busquets until the world started realizing his importance when he was absent. But he was the simplest ever you can find a Barcelona. So that boy is that type of a boy. He can play as a 6, he can play as an 8, but they shouldn't even risk playing him as a 10, because at 10, you then have to play facing your own goal. I think they must use him in his rightful position, but he's a very, very good boy. I know by a lot of people, but he's very, very powerful. And then you go to the two left backs that Ebawa signed. It's good signings. That means Uguti Basaine a starter, ne backup plan yakhe. But they are very good signings as well. Rapo, we saw him even go under 23, if I'm not mistaken. He was a very powerhouse. And I know these boys, both of them, because I trained in Siwelele. The other one was absent. He went AWOL and came back closely to when I was about to leave. He's a good replacement. I guess Orlando Pirates is making a statement over today. They are also improving the left back side. So I don't know what's going to happen. Whether is this now the time where they release Uhoto for him to leave, because there's already 2 great left backs at Orlando Pirates with Uhoto and Unto.
Yeah, there's Undaba.
Undaba. Now they are bringing in. Yeah, so it means Uguti, there's going to be movements again, because you don't sign that boy to put him in the bench. Then you've wasted talent, And the second one, he was always a backup Garapo. When there's no Rapo or Super Sport, then they played that one. Opaliti was a backup Garapo from Super Sport days to Siwelele days. So I don't know where the Orlando Pirates, they want the same backing. Or when Rapo is not playing, they know they have the other one. Or what's the concept? But you look at the signings, you already know what they are improving the left back side and they are intentional with whatever that they want to do. Sure, Nadim, you back now. Bokati.
Yeah, 10-10. Yeah, you're still
Yeah.
explaining about that they've signed both of them a left back from Suwelele. They signed the starter and the understudy. So it's very clear for me. But the interesting thing with that one, obviously, if they were signing both players joining Pirates, it was gonna look like Pirates is destroying the left side of Suwelele. But the good thing about Apiwe Baliti is gonna be loaned back to Swelewele. Maybe that is the interesting thing about it. What's your take about that? Because it looks like he's joining Orlando Pirates on paper, but it's gonna be loaned back to Swelele. So then maybe that it could be is true that Hoto is definitely leaving Orlando Pirates. What do you think about that? Because we've been hearing stories with Hoto that even the money that is getting at Pirates is a lot of money. There was a story that appeared on Sunday World where they said he is getting paid $500,000, which is 500,000 a month. It is times 2 of the money the South African president get a month, Cyril Ramaphosa. So what do you think? Do you think Pirates can have Neo Rapo, and then still keep Hoto? What's your take about that? If indeed Hoto is leaving, is it a good idea for Pirates to release him? Maybe that's another question.
Nadine, for me now, when you look at what Orlando Pirates is doing, they are improving the left back position side, but there's also a statement that clicks. There's this guy who was familiar and very popular, Ngendaba Yabo Fismas Fall. I forgot his name. I don't know if you know that guy's name.
Mkebo Dlamini.
Yes. If you listen to Mkebo Dlamini's interview, there was a point where he was saying Orlando Pirates is doing away with foreigners. So it seems as if they have a purpose of wanting to rebuild the Orlando Pirates brand with South Africans. I don't know how true that is, but if you listen to that statement, and he uttered those words directly, there's a lot of South African players in the Orlando Pirates team, and they are trying to do away with foreigners. So it might mean Orlando Pirates signing Orapo at left back. They already have Undaba. They already have Uchabatsane. Because Uchabatsane, yes, probably when they signed him, they looked into the left center back position. But he's not a good fit at the center back. Yes, he can play it, but he's a marvel when you watch him play left back full on. But there has to be a movement. So listening to Mqebo's statement, for me, now I'm already saying there might be a chance they can release Ohot, and they've already identified the other left back, as you say, Bambuyisela on loan to Isiwelele. Then they said, we're taking Orapo, but you are going to now be the starter that side. You are going to be sharpening your tool. We've taken your competitor and we've brought it this side. So Ngale uzocompete naye, so that should anything happen, we can then call you back if we have problems with left back. When you are ready to come back and compete like we Orlando Pirates, because he's been an understudy Yaga Rapo for the longest time. They promoted Rapo first, and then Rapo played, and then they promoted him. He had an opportunity as well to showcase his talent. You see how good of a player he is, even when he's playing, when he's given an opportunity. So it shows with SuperSport, they've done an absolute job when it comes to development. You can go from a lot of players that they promoted that we've seen today, and when you look at what Orlando Pirates is doing, they are going into the market to make sure and secure. I think they signed Upaliti so that they don't lose him to any other teams. And then they loan him back to Isiwelele so that they already have secured. He's ours. Anyone who's going to look for him must forget.
Yeah, it's interesting that Orlando Pirates, it looks like they are doing what Sundowns was doing to SuperSport United, where they take all their players. Remember, now Pirates have signed 4 players from Siwelele. Buhlale, Ngwato, Kampani Lungu, Neo Rapo, Apiwe Baliti. It looks like Sundowns, Pirates is taking over from SuperSport, from what Sundowns was doing to SuperSport United. If there's a promising player, they are signing him. I think it's going to be very interesting. I wonder if Siwelele are not going to be relegated, because they fought relegation. They only survived relegation, Siwelele, in the last 4 games of the league. Now they are selling all their best players of Pirates. What does it mean about the league when Pirates are really it looks like one will say Pirates are just doing exactly what Sundowns are doing, or were wrong. Because for me, I used to say...
It looks like it. It looks like it, Nadim, because You look at Sundowns, they bought Williams from Supersport. They bought Umukwena from Supersport. They bought Umbuli from Supersport. They bought Ubroki from Supersport. They got Umbuli from Ukekana on free transfer from Supersport. So now you look at Orlando Pirates. I think if you know of a good area that is selling and is producing quality, it's okay for you to go and get the quality. You know, whether your competitor are knocking there, you can also go. The pizza has so many slices that can be enough to feed everyone. So why not? It's so sad Uguti Supersport is no longer there. I'm just hoping Uguti Isiwelele is continuing with what Supersport was doing because it was working for them. Because with all of those players that Supersport sold to Sundowns, they still managed to replace with the players that they took from the development side, you know? And we have to give Supersport their flowers, even though it's no longer there. But they produced players like Abukamukelo Mukojo, Masbusane Zongo. They are a factory of producing players and quality. Abotebogo Mokoena, now they come from Supersport. Yes, Umbule, Supersport. But Ngati, there's a repetition. If you look at that, they have the quality and similarities. Umbule now has got stories about misbehaving and alcohol, which was happening with Masbusane Zongo. Tebogo Mokoena is an excellent product that comes from Supersport as well. They've got Ukamukelo Mukojo, who was in the books, and you know, there's a lot of names that comes from Supersport, and they've been doing wonders. So if Sundowns thingy going to Supersport worked, why can't Orlando Pirates go there also and benefit? And look at what they did now. They signed 3 left-footed players. Ungwato is a left winger who plays as a 10, and as a left wing, you can play him on the right. Ulunga is the only right foreigner that they signed from there. So I don't know what that says in a statement. Magati, they are doing away with the thingy, the foreigners, which there's a bit of a controversy. So probably maybe Nohoto might stay with the signing. Maybe Sngabonu Chabatsane being the one who's loaned because he could not break in when he came from Marumo Gallants. Maybe Chabatsane can get a loan. Hoto still stay, and they bring in competition for him as well. Yena Nondaba, they must now up the game because they want to compete in Africa. So you need to have all the qualities that you can get because you cannot only have one or two. Mabakatele, what are you going to do? As long as the coach that's going to be in charge at Orlando Pirates can know and manage how to balance the two.
Yeah, I disagree with him. I think Mcebo just is the guy that really talks too much. You can see every time he gets the mic, he say about anything. I think he was not telling the truth. I think Mcebo was just saying it because there was a microphone in front of him. If that was true, 10-10, Pirates were not gonna sign Sendami from Zimbabwe and Andrew De Jong during January transfer window. If that was the kind of idea for Orlando Pirates to say we're moving away from signing 9 foreign players, this is what happens. Pirates signed those 2 players in January. Then I think in February or March, that's when he made the statement when Pirates were announcing Amstel at Orlando Stadium. That is now going to be called Orlando Amstel Arena. I remember that day very well. So he was talking to this lady who works for Times Live. There's the podcast, I've forgotten the name, the one that's done by, okay, I've forgotten. But there's that lady who's a very, very good present. So what I'm trying to say is I don't believe it that Pirates are moving away from foreigners because from what I'm hearing,
honestly,
yeah, because
what I'm saying is that with that statement, it only came back now after I realized there's a signing Galung, you know, then it makes it you said that, but the team is still going back to signing foreigners. Maybe he just wanted to say something that would hype up the people up. Because I feel it's too good to be true. Why would Orlando Pirates want to do away with foreigners? And foreigners have been working so good at Orlando Pirates. Abo Isaac Chanza, Abo Okonko, you know, they have good history. And even when they go outside, those people also help the brand grow from whichever country that they've signed any player for.
Yeah. Mcebo was lying. Mcebo was definitely lying. Orlando Pirates are not a team that, even you, 10-10 at Orlando Pirates, you nearly won the league. You were playing with like Augustine Molenga, was getting paid a lot of money because before Pirates signed him, there was a team from France that wanted him. I remember the deal of Augustine Molenga very well. And then there's Justin Shonga. There were a couple of foreign players we were playing with. So Pirates signed. And the fact is, Dr. Khoza is someone who loves African people. He's not a person who cares about foreigner. He's not like that. I remember even Owen Takama, when he coached Orlando Pirates, he did say Pirates, as long as you're talented, they give you a chance. They don't care where you come from. Yeah. But with Hoto specifically, at Orlando Pirates, moving away from the foreigners, I think he might be leaving Orlando Pirates. I don't think they can sign Ndaba. Ndaba is there. He's a very promising young defender. And Rapo, people look at him as a future Bafana left back. I don't think they can try to reinforce in that position when Hoto is staying. What's your take on that? For me, if Hoto leaves Orlando Pirates, I think it would be a mistake. I just don't think there's a left back who's better than him in South Africa. It would be a mistake. And I hate this thing of teams judging players based on their age. I'm happy that Orlando Pirates, Makaula, it looks like it's going to be back because I see Pirates started training today. And then I hear the coach obviously came that Sunday, not this Sunday. PhD told me that when he was in France, coming from Mexico, he met the coach at the airport. He was coming back also. They used the same flight. Shara, the coach is very rich. He was using the premium. He was using the upper class. You know those tickets 10 of like 100,000 for the coach. Yeah. So that's how it is. I think Orlando Pirates, obviously. What will take up, but over for me, I'm happy that you know the players very well. I'm not gonna say much because I don't know them that much. Rapo obviously is promising. There's nothing I can say on top of what you said, as well as Matume. You know him. That actually, I think it's good information that you say you've seen him actually even playing for Leicester Fort City. Okay, but what will take about the signings overall? Are they improving Pirates? Are they gonna play with him for King? Or because I hear lots of things I can't ignore it anymore. I hear from reliable sources who are telling me that Rebohid Mpokang is definitely leaving Orlando Pirates after the World Cup. They are saying he will never play for Orlando Pirates again because there are multiple offers that are across Saudi Arabia. There's another one in France and MLS. There's actually 3 different countries that I've had. MLS, Saudi Arabia, and do you think these players, what is your overall assessment, 10 before we wrap because basically, and also, do you think these players are going to play with him for King and Police? Because I'm hearing that they might be leaving. One player that is 10 that I want him to leave Orlando Pirates is Mbata. I saw him playing at the World Cup. I think it is have to play in Europe and get more money like the others. And because he's a boy that you can see, he's a decent player. I think at Orlando Pirates, yes, I don't feel it's appreciated enough at Orlando Pirates. There are times where when the season started, the coach was not playing him. Didn't even make sense 10-10. You'll see him but on the bench 10-10. Pirates, they just dropped him for Nduli after he took Pirates went to the semi-final of the Champions League. I don't know. I just feel like the coach didn't appreciate him that much. That's why I feel like it would be good if he can leave. Even Mahopa, I think if there's an offer for him, because the good thing about Orlando Pirates, if there's an offer for players, they don't stop you. So which of the players that are in Bafana do you think that they might leave? And also, what's your overall about these players? Do you think Pirates have made some good signings there?
Nadim, if you know me, you know that I'm a very big advocate for players leaving South Africa and go and make their name abroad. And simply because you know the stature you find the league that we are playing on it's rare. It's a rare commodity, to find players that have played and retired in South African football to be able to still function and live a proper balanced life. We can go history-wise. There's players that have lost their houses because somehow it might look as if like there's a lot of money being earned here in South Africa. I don't believe so, and so many people have stated that have played. You don't earn a money that is going to sustain you even after playing football. At the age of 30-something years, they want you to retire as compared to other countries, mostly in Europe. When the quality is no longer there, that's then you will be forced. But if you are still able and you can play and you are 40 like Abo Ronaldo, you can still continue. Messi is 9, Modric 40. The list goes on. So it's good, man. I'm the happiest when I see players getting offers from abroad. And I think Police at the World Cup is not having the best, but I hope there's teams that are eyeing him. And the nicest thing, like you've already touched, Orlando Pirates doesn't refuse to release players when there's offers. They open the door, they listen, and they will accept whatever that is good for you and for the team, But I think the players that deserve to leave at this present moment when you are watching the World Cup, there's Onto Mofokeng has raised his hands, and I would be the first one to be happy when Mofokeng leaves, because it was not nice seeing Mofokeng being as devastated as he was, because I think his performance was hampered when Onto left for Saudi Arabia.
Unkota.
Yeah, when Unkota left for Saudi Arabia, I think that had a huge blow on him to say, I'm the better player than Unkota is currently. I'm the player that is spoken about more than Unkota, but Unkota gets the opportunity to leave before me to make money. The boy must go. The boy must go enjoy and make money for him and his family. They deserve so that they can be well off. Once you play abroad, you see the players that have played abroad. They can retire and relax, come back in South Africa. They are not stressed. They can still function for many years. Abu Steven Pinar, they are the example of that. Benny McCarthy, they are. So why don't we want to wish the young boys to go and make money? And it improves the standard of the PSL as well. Other teams are going to set eyes, and which shows Uguti now the quality of the PSL is improving when we have a lot of players being taken from the PSL and to go to the top leagues. I wish that he could go to a league that is more prominent, a league that has more viewership, a league that has more dignity and class, so that it will help him as a young boy. And I don't consider him to being a young boy anymore, because at the age of 21, you're going to compete abroad. You are a senior player. Abroad, when you are 15, 16, that's when you are young. From 17, 18, you should be a well-established player. We saw that Ngabo Gavi. We're seeing it now, Ngabo Lamine Yamal. So why can't we copy good things and allow them to happen? And a player also, I feel Uguti, they are not setting the right eye on him. Umuremi, I think Muremi deserves to leave Orlando Pirates as well. Because he is very influential. I feel the boy deserves to go and play abroad. Seriously, Nadim, he deserves to leave. He did not play the first game of the World Cup. He did not play the second game. He played the third one. He came on as a sub and he created an assist. We scored. He's a power. And I kind of feel he'll even improve to be even much, much, much more better as a winger. When he goes abroad, he will get the facilities that will help him to become a better player. Because one thing that I've noticed abroad, I think they invest in the player's body. As a winger, you can be small, but they know how to build you to become stronger and a powerhouse. Look at Uyamil, same body structure. He might be a little taller than Umuremi, but what I can say and see is that Uyamil is much more strong and he's much more intentional and effective. He knows what to do, when to do on in. Umuremi has those capabilities. He's a player that we are undermining so much, but I feel he's raised his hands and he deserves to be at the World Cup, and he deserves also to get teams from abroad fighting for him. Everyone has been talking about it for the longest time, so let the boy go. But I also think Ugutu Muremi deserves an opportunity to go abroad.
Yeah, no, that's an interesting one from 1010. I agree with everything he said. We need to see. Okay, 1010, that's the last question now I want to ask. I think you forgot to ask it. What is your assessment of the signings that Pirates signed? Are you happy with them?
Nadim, I'm happy with the boys. Believe you me. Hence, Motumene. I don't want to pronounce the surname wrong. The midfielder.
23 years. Yeah. Yes.
23, he's one for the future. And at the age of 23, with his confidence, because he's a confidence player, he plays with arrogance. A lot of people would say, yeah, he's arrogant. But Mina, I say he plays with arrogance so that you can get the people's attention. Because if I'm going to say he plays with confidence, they misjudge the two words. So he plays with arrogance. He's a player that you have to feel his presence when he's in the field of play, and he will make you feel it. He's not scared. He's confident. He is capable to create goal scoring opportunities. He's a player that has a good shot at goal. So also, if Umbata does leave, because they are safe, they can allow Umbata to leave because he's working very hard, And now Umbata as well, he's leaving the coach with a lot of questions there in the national team to say, Tebogo Mokoena is coming back, but I can't drop Umbata because Usitolo and I had a good performance, but allow Umbata to be there. He is deserving, When Umbata was not there at Orlando Pirates, we saw a missing piece. That was him. So the teams must also knock. They shouldn't only knock Mokoena. They saw that South Africa functioned without Mokoena because Umbata no Stolo, they held it. But I'm also going to come back to Rapo. Rapo is a good left back, Nadim. And I won't say he's one for the future. He's been playing in the PSL, I think, for over 4 years now, if I'm not mistaken. So how can you say a player that has been performing at the highest? That's why there were so many eyes that are looking at him. And at a young age, he's probably around 21, 22, if I'm not mistaken. And Orlando Pirates have already secured him. So he's not one for the future only, but he's there to compete at Orlando Pirates. When they go and play CAF, he should be competing. When they go play against Mamelodi Sundowns, he knows the stage. He's played against Orlando Pirates. He's played against Kaizer Chiefs, not once, not twice, maybe more, you know. So he's not only a player that still needs to adapt to the league, and no, probably he needs only to adapt to the stature of the teams that he's moving from. But we know players from SuperSport, they easily adapt from whether they leave SuperSport to go to Chiefs, whether they leave SuperSport to go to Sundowns, whether they leave SuperSport to go to Orlando Pirates. Bonile ngabo Erasmus, when they left SuperSport, they went to Pirates. What happened? Then Clayt. You know, the list is long. So you can tell. Hence, even the left-footed winger that I love so much. I think those are good signings, man. They just need to be given time, because there's the difference in pressure and the age gap that they are at compared to these other players. But I think Orapo for me, in the youngsters that are still here from South Africa, he's one that's going to easily click. The others, they need to give them time to adapt and adjust and make sure they perform at their best. But they are good signings. Trust me.
Yeah, no, thanks 1010. We hear from 1010 himself. They are good signings from the Buccaneers. They've already started today the preseason. Kaizer Chiefs will hear the coach is going to arrive on the 5th. Obviously, there's no match at Chiefs. We hear that George Matlow, who has left Kaizer Chiefs, might be joining Stellenbosch. I don't know. But also hearing that the Chiefs will assess a lot of signings once the coach arrives. That's where a lot of players will be released, a lot of players will be coming in. It's going to be interesting, but Pirates have started. Guys, thank you so much for joining us. Please continue subscribing and joining our programs. Thank you so much, guys. We'll come back later on with the Bafana Bafana review between Bafana Bafana versus Canada. We are confident, of course. Who's going to win? South Africa all the way, but we'll come back with the preview.